I don't know why that was so difficult.
Like
God
a current
damn it.
picture of what?
Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh,
Guys, we are live, people.
I know that, Manny, but I don't understand why he couldn't comprehend that.
you know, Manny. Now that I look at this placement of me, Marcus, this picture, me rubbing my hands together right in front of the turkey. This doesn't look too appetizing to me. Looks like I'm about to tear this. I'm about to tear this.
The comment that popped me was Marcus looked like he turned up to a wrestling show and smelt a wrestling fan who hasn't showered. Whilst Eric looks like he's hoping no one notices he hasn't showered. Manny just looks excited to be invited to the cookout.
Shout out to that guy that didn't shower on Saturday night who sat in front of Ryan.
Ooh.
Lyra!
Welcome, everyone.
Speaking of turkeys.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm Lord Manny Hayes, a.k.a. one half of the Kings of the Ropes, joined by
Marcus, the grand finale, the other half of the Kings of the Ropes. And I dare anybody to challenge us, especially on the Thanksgiving. In fact, open challenge for anybody that calls us out for these tag team titles today.
And I am the meanest part of the ring.
The meanest part of the ring.
And only in South America, though. In other countries,
this is all the
I'm quite friendly. In other countries, I'm friendly.
In the other parts of the ring, you're quite you're soft. You're friendly.
yes. You know, I have a lot more buoyancy to myself.
You are the colonel. You are the corner turnbuckle, Eric, before it gets peeled off, which people can survive. But if you take that turnbuckle off, people are damn near dead.
Weird intro to the show. It's Thanksgiving. What are you two
thankful for? It means nothing to you, Betty. That means absolutely nothing. It means nothing to
me. What are you two thankful for?
Well. When you coming that route with it,
I didn't expect that. I mean, damn, you're trying to ask for thoughtful questions and shit like that. Marcus, this is your show. You go first.
Well, I will go first because I'm always prepared for any question, sir. And what I am thankful for is a loving family, my somewhat health, and you guys here on the show, of course. You know, everything like that. That works for me.
Damn. I conclude with everything. I agree with everything Marcus says.
Oh, that's a terrible way to say things.
Yeah, that's a cop out. Nah, give us a real answer.
Give me a real answer. You're thankful for the CM Punk's return this Saturday as a virus series.
Oh, I'm thankful that Randy is still alive and kicking it. He's gonna kick ass this Saturday, and I get to see it. I shall be on the watch alone. I'm thankful that I'm alive currently. I'm
thankful for real glass.
To be determined. I'm thankful for everything that Shantae has dealing with me in my mood swings. And shout out to all the turkeys that made the ultimate sacrifice of becoming dry and bland centerpieces for people's Thanksgiving this year.
Okay,
shout out to
race for genocide.
No, see, man, don't spoil my meal with that. Don't spoil my meal with actual American facts. Okay, don't hurt my meal with that. America's a disgusting country, and I hate it. All their holidays are corrupt and dark and twisted at the end of the day. But at the same time, I would like to add, guys, I'm going to pose a question to you. It was just going to be for Manny. I forgot Eric was joining. If you were composing a Thanksgiving dinner and every wrestling or part of wrestling was a centerpiece, what would your plate look like? So, for example, who would be your turkey on your Thanksgiving dinner?
Punk this year. See you, Punk. Actually, could it be Jungle Boy? Because Jungle Boy fucked up a whole entire company. Because it
can be whoever you want, Eric. It can be whoever you want.
You making this the worst Thanksgiving plate?
No, because the turkey is clearly it's slang for basically an idiot, basically at this point, being a giant turkey. But I also agree that my turkey will be somewhat of an idiot, and it might be a little dry. That's why I'm going Billy Corgan and the NWA as my centerpiece of turkeys. As ended up on the CW app.
They're still on the CW, which I just find
on the app, Manny. On the app.
But Billy Corgan didn't know they were on the app. He thought that they were done. Like he thought we are fucked up. No CW at all. Until the CW decided to put some episodes up on NWA Power.
CW was like, you know what? We'll throw you a bone. Here you go. But we ain't advertising that shit. Here. It's nurture cocaine in peace. Manny, how about you? Who's the centerpiece turkey?
If it's gonna be the all-time idiot, it's gonna have to be Hulk Hogan.
Oh, I was just saying for this year. Nah, I mean, you want to go all time, yeah. But if you want to add Hogan as your turkey, it works on every year. It works every year.
It does. It does.
A little burnt on the outside. I can see your turkey with a little do-rag.
It do. I mean, Hulk Hogan is always doing stupid stuff.
All right, Eric, name a side. One of your sides. Whether it's mac and cheese, green beans, I don't know what else is out there. Mashed potatoes with some people, vegetables or whatever.
I never understand mashed potatoes, but that's just our own personal preference right then and there.
It's an everyday food. It's an everyday food.
My deviled egg. My deviled egg. I would give
deviled egg.
I would give that to
deviled
MJF.
eggs, man. You've changed.
Hey, ask Marcus how he felt about them deviled eggs yesterday.
They were delicious, but I didn't think that would be a main course kind of deal right here.
You said a side. You said a side. I gave you a side.
These are sides. These are sides. But, you know, they normally don't make the first plate.
That's an appetizer, baby.
But who's your appetizer then?
I'd say MJF.
MJF?
Who allegedly
no one's on the level of the deviled egg?
Who allegedly quietly re-signed with AEW.
I think MJF to stuffing.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh. Maybe.
I mean,
why would MJF be your stuffing, Manny?
Because stuffing normally saves the poultry dish, right?
Mm-hmm. Manny, my stuffing, aka dressing, is what we call it. We should it's going to be Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns makes any dry turkey delicious. Because
I don't know. That LA Knight match was kind of sucky, man.
And then Manny, on top of this, since Roman doesn't show up much, stuffing and dressing doesn't show up much either, only on this one day. So that's why my stuffing, aka dressing, is Roman Reigns.
So my stuffing, see, you guys went that route. I'm going full business, man. I'm going Triple H is my dressing and stuffing, as in the man that is changed and turned around this whole meal. which was out of control at one point. Every Thanksgiving, it'd be late and out of control. There'd be some burnt and uncooked stuff. This man came in and cooked up and whipped up some stuffing that was like no one ever stuffed before.
Marcus, can I change my turkey?
Oh, yes.
This is going a lot longer than I thought it was.
My turkey's Vince McMahon. He sold his company thinking he's got a stable job. He's being pushed out of his current company, out of his current job.
But you know what? That's also good because he also made his money up. All right, Eric, give me side number 2, and this will conclude. Or did we have a dessert? Side number 2. Because it's a turkey and deviled egg. And I guess a little stuffing and dressing.
Remember dressing. Side number 2. I need a vegetable. A fresh vegetable. I'll give it. Let me give it to. Damn, this is a lot harder than I want it to be. Let me give it to EO. EO being a nice vegetable side, like mixed vegetable on the side.
EO out of nowhere comes in and get onto the plate.
Yeah, she got onto the plate, baby. She got onto the plate.
Manny, who's your side?
So if we go by a black gathering of mac and cheese, where it's judged as your ability to cook, I'm gonna say that currently the guy that I feel is the measuring stick is the man that put down the USA chant, Gunther. I've never seen anyone control a USA chant and turn it back on the people to make you think, no,
he heard us. This happened on Monday, Eric.
I know. I saw that part.
He heard us.
I mean, because it was rough at some points, but at the same time, it's like, that's why you like little baby Miz. You get bullied and stuff. I was like, you being a dick, Gunther, but all right.
I'll allow it.
Well, if we're going mac and cheese route, there's only one reason. There's only one thing I can put up there, and I know people, you may be upset when I say this, but when the plate decides to me, run the plate. And you know what? They run Monday Night Raw. The Judgment Day is my side.
All right. Let's get into the show.
Rhea, all of that.
Let's get into the show because this segment has taken on way too long.
It did, man. You know, my feet might get ready, and I got to run after that.
I don't know how long you think our shows are. They're normally an hour and 40 minutes of, and
no, when Eric's on, they're an hour and 40 minutes. When Eric is on, they're an hour and 40 minutes. When it's just me and you, maybe an hour and 20.
Man, y'all gonna blame me for a lot of stuff, ain't you?
No. They just go low. You didn't watch NXT, so we can.
AEW Dynamite kicks off with the tournament. Swerve Strickland versus Jay Lethal. I thought it was a decent match. Swerve wins with the Swerve Stomp, but what do you guys think? Because it's just a load of matches that kind of just mean nothing. There's nothing behind it other than it's tournament season.
I love that, Manny. You're like, I enjoyed the match, but you were like, I don't know if I really did. Let me throw it to them. I don't know if I'm right here.
Well, I'm trying to guzzle food at the same time, so
yeah, I thought it was a solid match. It was nothing that blew you away. My main takeaway is that MJF walks out with a cane and showing his battle woes and stuff. Swerve looked invincible as if nothing had happened to him, and he wasn't in a death match in a fight for his life. I feel like they could have played that story up.
Game the next day.
Yeah, no, he was at the NFL game. He was at the Rams. So man, I feel like he should have been hurt, and they should have played that up in the match. Other than that, it was a fine match. It was whatever. It was there.
I felt it was kind of a come down, like after Swerve had a epic night at Full Gear, and I don't know how it translated over on TV, but he survived a lot of shit going against Hangman, and I think going into a meaningless match against Jay Lethal, I know they're putting it inside of a tournament and whatnot, but it just, when you had all these people putting these brackets and it makes absolutely no sense why they're in these brackets. I also felt that Swerve probably should have been the last match, and Moxley and Briscoe should have opened the show. That's just me.
Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm. No, I also agree with that. Here.
I just think that Swerve has too much momentum to make him be the curtain jerker, but at the same time, that has always been how they have done in AEW. They put the attractive as the first thing that they start to show off with.
Well, that's all wrestling shows though. That's the hook. That's how you get people in. Even WWE, they put the biggest stars on first. Like the interviews, the shows always start with the talking subject, whether it's Cody, Judgment Day, the Bloodline. They start the show with that. They hook people in for the rest of the show.
Orange Cassidy is interrupted by Wheeler Yuta, who states he's taking his ROH Pure title back from Shibata.
Are they the only two people fighting for this? I feel like they're the only two people who have ever fought for this belt.
Because I don't watch Ring of Honor. I don't know what's going on that thing. So MJF and Adam Cole, as you already stated, gingerly made their way to the ring. I didn't necessarily care about the beginning of this, where it was just Adam Cole and MJF pandering to each other. Adam Cole talks MJF into being a man of his word and giving Samoa Joe his title, a title match. Samoa Joe, he offers a title match tonight. Joe says no. I want it at World's End when you're going to be fit and you're going to be fit. So he has no excuses. Joe also says that MJF is now his property and people don't touch his property unless he says so. So until World's End, he's got his back. And then at World's End, he's going to beat him unmercifully and strangle him unconscious in front of his friends and family.
Agree. Go ahead, Eric.
I love the Squirrel Master segment. I mean, just when Joe came out, he changed the whole entire tone of the segment. I mean, he covered up the fact that we all know that Adam Cole will eventually be revealed as the devil who is betraying MJF, but as we all know, he's hurt. I think having Joe in the background as the protector to keep him safe will also and Adam, give him credit, his reaction to when Joe indicated he was going to become the protector of MJF, it also told the story. This is one of the few stories that they're telling in AEW, and they have found a way to prolong it to make it make sense.
I do have a problem with this story though. I feel like it's been told about 3-4 times across AEW and WWE this year already.
With what? The protection or?
I'm gonna protect you till we get to the thing. It happened with Seth and Drew. I feel like it's happened multiple times prior to this as well. It felt like it needed something freshening up. This would have been fine if no one else had done it already this year.
Yeah, I'm in support of again the storyline, but I thought this segment was terrible until Samoa Joe walked out. Like until he walked out and started saying his piece and basically sunning MJF, talking about you my property.
He became Christian Cage,
I
man.
take care of my property and all that. I thought that's when the segment actually mattered. I feel like it was too long, and we just got straight to the point with Joe and everything else. I would have been head over heels for it. Head over heels.
Speaking of too long, 2.0 and Jake Hager took on Hook, Orange Cassidy, and Shabbat. Orange Cassidy gets on the mic, says he's got a surprise. It's the return of Danhausen. I didn't really care.
I don't know who cared. I don't know who cared.
Danhausen curses Hager, and he has his hat. Hook and Shabbat choke out 2.0 for the win. I feel like this match was so pointless.
This felt like something that should have been on Rampage or not on TV. Like it was just filling time, and we could have used this to prolong the story. Maybe we could have talked to the Bucks or Kenny and Jericho or something who decided to show up, but they decided not to be on the show this week. And it was like, what is this for? What was this for? Who cares about this 6th person?
Yeah, this match led to an unnecessary overrun of the show, and it's nothing else that need to be said. I mean, Danhausen wasn't established enough as a character to make me care about his return. I understand that you may be pandering to the Chicago audience who really likes him, but as for a TV viewer, it did absolutely nothing for me. Nothing at all.
Yeah,
Adam
Cole tells Roddy he isn't his best friend anymore and to leave him alone, and hopefully, and I mean hopefully, this is the end of Adam because it's run its course.
Manny, I disagree. If you're at the arenas, all people do is scream as Adam. Over and over again.
There's like 15,000 Adams that work in that company.
Yeah, but
exactly. Every time Adam was there, whether it was Copeland, Page, or Cole, they people were yelling Adam at him.
I'm glad it's coming to an end, but at the same time, I feel like what's coming to replace it is even worse. Like, because I believe even happened after this with the interview with Warlow, and it just made absolutely no fucking sense. Like, dude, why are you still living in the past? I don't even know why we're talking to you. And
we jumped to Warlow?
No, because I don't know
why is AR Fox catching strays.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand. Like this whole segment was like, why are you doing this?
This was a completely different segment when you talk about Wardlow.
But I'm talking about because the Wardlow segment is attached to MJF, and like everything that Adam and Roddy, it all revolves around MJF and their relationship, and I just feel like this is like an unnecessary layer to the story of the MJF championship reign that we do not need. That's just
back to the Adam, the Roddy Strong. This said you decided to go with Wardlow instead of Roddy Strong in this segment. You felt like AR Fox was family. He whipped his ass. Like, I don't want to care about Wardlow. But revenge. And I thought Adam Cole come off as a dick and an asshole for telling Roddy Strong he's not his best friend on national TV like that. I mean, fuck Adam Cole. But he's also right.
Did you know the Young Bucks had done some interesting trademarks?
No.
Super Dick Party has now been trademarked.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I heard it on Coholic, and then as you said, Dick, I was like, oh yeah, there's a piece of news that.
Well, how do people follow the trademark in a arrest game? Like, there's always people that know that people get arrested or they found new trademarks. Who's going through these papers every single day going like, ooh, here's an interesting one.
So we get Christian Cage. He comes out. He passes blame to Luchasaurus losing the match at Full Gear. So he's going to recreate both of them in his image. He gives Luchasaurus the new name of Kill Switch. Nick Wayne apparently.
He had to get on the knees though, man. Get on the knees.
Kill Switch.
I felt like a lot of people in AEW Creative was watching a lot of Jailhouse movies because a lot of this had like Jailhouse movie references. You my property now. Get on your knees and you get a new name and shit like that. Yeah, I mean,
so Nick Wayne apparently is special, and he is Christian's golden boy. He will be now known as the Prodigy, Nick Wayne, which I thought Roxanne Perez was already called that.
I immediately went to my WWE trademarking company. It was like, do we have that? Do they have that?
I went to Booker T.
And I believe,
oh, shucky.
I didn't click the link, but Roxanne Perez commented on the new nickname of Nick Wayne being the Prodigy, and then later deleted that tweet.
Let me ask this question. Who is your Prodigy? Roxanne Perez or Nick Wayne?
Well, because Nick Wayne is younger, I'm going to give it to Nick Wayne.
Yeah, but it works better.
How you like that, Roxanne? How you like that? How you like that with someone younger than you?
You're going to call him a Prodigy, and then as soon as he breaks away from Christian, we ain't going to ever see him again.
Man, it's possible we might not see him again either.
I think as long as his mother exists, someone's going to find a way to put that man on TV.
Yeah, Nick Wayne's mother comes out. Christian says it's good her husband is dead already because Nick would have disowned his father because he was never as good as wrestler as he was, and he wasn't as good a father as he is.
Now that's silly, but yes.
And in between them, Christian slaps him and refuses to back down. He shoves him into Nick Wayne's mum, then commands Nick Wayne to get chairs to give her a concerto, but demands kill switch to do it. Then the worst human being around, Adam Copeland, comes out and takes an eternity to come out. He spears Nick Wayne twice, an impaler, and then gives a concerto to Nick Wayne in front of his mother on the eve of Thanksgiving.
As he's begging him not to. As he's begging him not to.
You know, that might have got her juices flowing. You never know. She might have been a long time fan of Edge.
No, she hated it. She started crying.
I know. It made absolutely no sense.
Edge came up as a monster.
Well, he is. Remember, he's supposed to be full-time, but he ain't full-time.
And he's supposed to be doing Hurricane Ranas off the top rope. I ain't seen one since.
Yeah.
Shit.
The hell you doing, Ed?
Your bitch ass.
I'm going to say this.
Say it.
A lot of weird shit in this company. A lot of weird shit in this segment. Enjoyed the Christian stuff until he tried to murder Nick Wayne's mother. I think we need to keep her out of the situation.
She's a terrible actress anyway, so they need to
she's really bad at it.
It got Ryan going though.
Yeah, but Ryan's weird.
I think he's horny.
We get Roosh versus Jay White. I can't take Jay White seriously anymore.
No.
I know.
Manny, we were there live, and I said it right. I was like, I've lost all respect for Jay White, and I was a Jay White fan. He has to leave this company. I mean, I thought the announcement of Will Ospreay sided with AEW, which was like not a surprise. Tony, stop your surprises. And then you destroying Jay White. I say, why would you come from New Japan and come to get this treatment? He should be the new champion. He stole a grown-ass man's championship, went into a match where this man was handy-capable, and he still lost this match. He lost. He's dead. He's dead.
They're trying to say the politically correct way, but I don't even know if he used it right. Handy-capable is another one. But he is a segment. Jay White's dead, and he barely got through this match. By the way, he barely got through this match, and I believe he cheated, right? Didn't he use a low blow?
He did.
So Jay White ain't shit. And I cannot also add this about the tournament that I feel like breaks all of wrestling. Number one rule about this tournament: no one can be at ringside. Viable rule. But why can't this be a rule for every match? In all of wrestling, it breaks wrestling because no one came out. There was no interruptions. You know what people do at ringside of a history of violence of wrestling. So once you say, hey, you acknowledge people at ringside are going to interfere, so we don't want that. And so we barred everybody from ringside. Otherwise, they lose the tournament. Why not for all your matches?
You're right.
Because doesn't it just emphasize the importance of what they're trying to build with this tournament?
So the world title's not important, Manny?
Not according to this.
Hey, Marcus.
And once I get this title, does that mean I can no longer are they a manager at my ringside, or once you get the title, it's back to like people can be at your ringside. Like Saraya could just be out there randomly grabbing legs and shit.
Marcus, do you know the thing I don't understand about this tournament?
Yes.
Sure. You if you win this tournament, you also become the Ring of Honor world champion.
And New Japan
You
Strong.
own that title. You don't own the New Japan Strong title.
Yeah, and I want to also add this to this. So previously on Dynamite, Samoa Joe relinquished his Ring of Honor title. Previously on Full Gear, Eddie Kingston relinquished his Ring of Honor world title.
He didn't relinquish because he intends to win this.
Yeah, but his titles are on display, Manny, like it's a convention. As the people walk out to the ring. That means you gave it up. I'm sorry. You gave it up. What I'm saying is, who in Ring of Honor wants to keep their belts at this point? Like, what's the point?
Brand. It's Diamond. The only person that wants to keep their belt is Athena.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody else has relinquished the title. I relinquished the title. I do not care. Eddie Murphy on the subway on Christmas Eve. I relinquished my throne. I relinquished my throne.
It means
that's
nothing.
what's going on in Ring of Honor. I guess Shibata's keeping his, but I mean, when you're only fighting William Yuta, it don't matter.
So Tony Storm's acceptance speech, I thought it was funny to begin with.
Eric hated it. I was there with him. I saw it in his eyes.
It wasn't bad. I just feel like they're doing too much with what this is now, and then it's just going to end.
It's one of those things where, you know, it's very similar to the Adam situation, where okay, it had a good response, people enjoyed it, it had the internet talking, but sometimes you just gotta let shit go. Like just like, you know what, you had something that was very entertaining. Guess what? Don't keep burying it to the ground. It's not something that you want to do. You know what I mean?
Can I ask? I'm going to add this to this, and I want to put this on the record. And I want this on the record. In this segment, which was probably about 5 minutes long, nothing too long. It was fine. I enjoyed it. Whatever. In this segment, Tony Storm had more mic time as champion than she'd have had in her entire title reign. I'm talking about all three.
I think it's tied. I think it's tied first. But they did have that. They did have that sit down that felt like it went on for like 15 minutes, even though it was like 5.
May have been 2. I just feel like she's exceeded all Sheeta's title reigns with one speech.
She panders to the crowd, and then Sky Blue makes her entrance to the ring, and we get another bad match of Ruby Soho versus Anna Jay and Sky Blue.
Why? Why did this happen? Why?
No, do you know what this was? Built around Cool Hand Ange and Ruby Soho, which was like, do we need this? No.
I like the fact is that no one knows it unless you watch Rampage. No one knows that they've been flirting with each other. Like Sarai being on TV, like this heifer was the champion maybe a couple of months ago, and seems like she doesn't even care about that anymore.
It was weeks.
I also question Ruby Soho.
Yeah,
I question Ruby Soho. Cool Hand Ange is the one that was posing on the car like a car model when she got her hands slammed in the door.
You're right.
Damn.
I question everything about her.
Manny, I wasn't clear. What was this triple threat match for? Was it a purpose?
It was just to be there, I guess.
Like there was no title shot, nothing online. It was
just a complimentary women's match of the week.
Yeah, and it was absolutely terrible. I think I'm gonna, I'm gonna officially put this on my note. I want this noted. The worst wrestler in the world is Ruby Soho. I think everything she does is the worst segment ever in the history. And it goes back to matches and matches. Like even the finishes of every single match. Just think about everything she's done in the past 2 years. It has not been good. Her matches are dumb as shit. Like her being distracted by Cool Hand Aang and whatever this match is, and like, I don't know what's going on with this. And then her arguing with Saraya on the side. And then her being distracted is how she lose her match.
Yeah.
Just stupid.
Then the main event, which is John Moxley versus Mark Briscoe. It was a solid main event. I mean, I'm not sure I would have switched things around, but it was a solid main event.
It was fine.
Oh, go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say my issue with it. You see one Jon Moxley match, you see them all. So that's why it's hard for me to make it the main event. Like it's just I want AEW to do something that is not what they've done a couple of months ago, because like they're really just not. What are they doing to captivate the audience? Like what is the sub stories? Like, yeah, you gave me the MJF story, and yes, the Adam Cole injury is that you're forgiving a lot of that because you're letting it play out. But what else is there for me that you had the rise between Swerve and Adam Page? That's over. What is he going to do now? Like, is his main focus going to be the tournament? Like, I don't think that's the right place for him to go.
Manny with the arm up.
Eric, you have the luxury of not having to always tune in to Monday Night Raw, but
That's also true.
we have
Monday Night
Raw. Have the Judgment Day rule, which is basically what you just described. And the Judgment Day have been wrestling almost the exact same match, just turning someone out ever since Edge was still in the company.
Yeah. That is true.
So I mean, I thought Dynamite was like okay, like if you were gonna phone it in for because Thanksgiving's the next day, there's a perfect show to phone in.
I think my biggest issue that I take with Dynamite is that they don't give me who I want to see on TV, and I don't know who that is. And then what they do give me, I'm like, why is this match here?
Eric, that doesn't make no goddamn sense.
I know it doesn't, but like they have so many people on their roster that could probably provide a lot more entertainment. Like having that Ring of Honor match was so unnecessary, and then having the triple threat women's match was also very unnecessary. Like, where are your pinnacles of the company? Where are the Young Bucks? Where is Omega at? Where, I know Bryan Danielson is injured, but also is Adam Cole, and also allegedly MJF was injured, but they can still show up to work. Like, let me see your people.
I mean, that is true. We have been saying that for the last couple of weeks. Is they have all these guys like just filming backstage segments when they could be out there in the front and center doing stuff.
I'm going to go all the way back to this Mark Briscoe Jon Moxley match and say this was the pinnacle of what I feel like is the problem with AEW and this tournament. Is that the match ended, Jon Moxley won, the show just ended, and it was like, what's my hook to come back? Like, it was not, there was no drama, and there was no drama.
More of the tournament. That's it. More of the tournament. The blue block.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we got more of this tournament, but if I'm going to end up show with there's just more tournament to come, I'm ending it with an all-time banger of a matchup that, I didn't think I'd be getting this one on TV. Like, if this tournament's important, I'm trying to go through the names and memorize them. But if I had drama into it, let's say if Eddie, I don't think they're in the same group, but if Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley, longtime friends, had to fight it out, and a bit of a rivalry at some point earlier in the year, if they got to fight it out to start this tournament, I feel like that adds to the drama of it. Then Mark Briscoe, who I just look at and go, I know he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you do with Mark Briscoe at the moment. It's like each time he's out there, all you feel bad is like, I've come to see the Briscoes.
I miss Jay.
I've come to see the Briscoes. I miss Jay.
The sad part about the thing with Matt Briscoe is not really much you can do, and probably the best place that he could have been at if the Jay Lethal faction hadn't became such a comedy thing, him being associated with Jay probably would have been a good spot. But having Jeff Jarrett and them around, I just think, unfortunately, it's like one of those things where Mark Briscoe probably have to cut ties from him or just keep him in Ring of Honor. Like, he's just out of place. He's really out of place.
Well, if they give him more like, mic time or purpose, other than just like we just gonna throw Mark Briscoe out there. Like, let's give him a drive or a purpose. Like, I want to become Ring of Honor or AEW or Continental or TNT or TBS or one of the 9,000 belts they have. If he just went out there and declared that I'm a serious wrestler, I'm going to be a singles wrestler, I'm going to kick some ass or something. But he never does that. He just comes out there to shoehorn him out in random matches, no storylines and whatnot. And it's just like, it's hard for you to move on from I miss Jay Briscoe. That's where we're at. And with that being said about all this, I thought the match was fine. Just it needs drama. The tournament needs drama. It needs stakes. Like, I don't know what this Continental title really is, other than just another title. It just seems like they're adding another belt to add it. Like, is it like the Owen belt where it's not like a real belt? Where
No, I
it's
feel
just
like
like some people win?
this has to lead to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to lead to something. Should we move on to NXT? Or
Well,
you got
at this
anything
point,
to
I will
about
say that
Dynamite?
my meat is about to be ready. So, meat on meat. So I bid you guys adieu. Thank you guys
It
for
takes
letting
you
me
half
join
an hour
in.
to get your meat ready. Okay.
Yes.
Well, look, the temperature, man.
He's
the
older,
temperature-
Manny. He's older. It takes him longer to get his meat ready than
Hey,
me.
man.
Warm up.
Yeah. Now it's time for him to go take care of his meat.
I had to pump it up, but I'm ready to go. Shantae, get ready. The meat's coming.
This is a different mean for Thanksgiving. He giving the meats. He's like Arby's.
Undeniable, baby.
He is Arby's. We got the meat.
It's undesirable. You can't read your shirt wrong.
No, it's Oh. You're right. Reading backwards is bad. Anyway.
Education's bad.
I'll see everybody on Saturday for the watch along. Bye.
Take care. Thanks for coming on, Eric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess
Get out!
Leaving. Yeah, leave. What? We can't. This is lingering. Goodbye.
I'll produce the graphic. If you want to talk about the opening segment of NXT, which was the Chad Gable versus Noam Dar Heritage Cup match.
Manny has sworn off the Heritage Cup title match because they all are the same. Where they tie it up 1-1, and then they go all the way to round 5 or 6, where Noam Dar gets the tie for this one, and that's what happened. It was fine, but at this point, I think I would have rather seen a regular Noam Dar Chad Gable match. They're two people who are extremely good workers, and I think they would have had a banger match if it wasn't for the Heritage rules.
So I don't know if it was because I was tired when I was watching this, but I thought I was going to get into this, but like nothing. Like Chad Gable has been putting on bangers this year. Like unsung, he's like an unsung hero of 2023 on Raw, and I thought he would get something out of Noam Dar, but this was like just missing something. Maybe it's because I hate the match type. Maybe
I
that's
think you
what
hate the match type. I thought it was fine. Like I think the story they showed is that Noam was so overmatched, and Chad Gable can go for hours, and like he was just working around earlier on in the match. It's like, I'm not getting tired. I'm still standing. Noam Dar sweating for his life.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like he was fighting somebody on a different level. It was less that he was fighting Chad Gable, and that it felt like he was fighting like Brock Lesnar at this point. Like, what am I doing in here with this guy?
So yeah, it ended a tie. Noam Dar retaining the cup, doesn't change hands in the draw. Lash Legend shoves Maxine, and then Mensa attempts to shove Otis but fails. Maxine slaps Lash, and she falls in the arms of Otis. And Otis is a sexual predator. He needs to be stopped.
Yep, he was thrusting and all that. Here he has Maxine. He's all thrusting at Lash
He
Legend.
wasn't thrusting, he was gyrating.
He was gyrating and thrusting, man. He was doing everything.
It's like when he caught her, he had a seizure, and everything was like,
yeah, everything was jiggling at his point on him. Made everybody in the room uncomfortable.
The Don and Stax go for a family dinner celebration.
Are you gonna put all this together?
Yeah. We'll throw in the tag match as well. I thought Tony D's forced Italian American accent was bad. The woman that does it, even worse.
Because she has to turn her lip, she does her whole mouth, and it looks like she just see one episode of The Sopranos and was like, "Yep, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be Paulie from The Sopranos."
No, it's like I'll be Donna.
It's absolutely terrible. I believe they gave her a name, right? She's an official character.
Yeah,
now.
I don't know what it was. I was like, I'm not going back to rewatch what this name is.
Yeah, she has a name, but I'm assuming she's gonna earn that name over time has passed. But I don't know what I got from these segments at all, other than the end. Other than the end where they got whacked, basically they got hit. That was the only good part about any of this.
Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo take on Edris Enofe and Malik Blade. I'm not sure about their new tag finish because it's just a flapjack into a kick in the chest.
Yeah, so they did a million different moves to Enofe and Blade.
Yeah.
They fucking beat the hell out of them doing all these cool moves and spots, which each and every one of these moves, I was like, that should be their finisher. That should be their finisher. And then when they do the flapjack to the kick, I go, that's it? That's the finisher? They do everything else. Like the running knee, the flip to the knee, to that combo move, looked like it killed a man. There were so many moves and cool spots, and they looked like a really impressive tag team for the first time in a long time. And I was like, the finish, whatever. But I thought Garza and Humberto was a good standout right here tonight.
And then they call out the Don and the Underboss. And then we go back to them, and they're collecting money. It's a nice touch that the Don has weighing scales in his hand where he can tell when there's not enough money in an envelope.
Like, yeah. And you know what my favorite part about these segments were? When the initial surprise when the Don immediately reaches for his gun, but they don't show. Like he comes to the room and he immediately goes into his coat.
Are you allowed? What's the gun laws in Florida?
Which made me laugh, going like, what?
I need to know more about the gun laws in Florida for this segment to be correct.
Well, I need to know about the guy that was light. Yeah, he's been light a lot lately. They said, I'm going, oh. We see him get whacked.
The Garza and Carrillo jump the Don and the Underbosses after they collect all the money. And then the Don gives them what they want, a title match.
Yeah, they didn't hear it. They were gone.
Yeah.
I guess they'll find out later if they got the match.
Yeah,
you want it, you got it. You want it, you got it. As the Don yells as they drove off, as they clearly couldn't hear him. As they were trying to escape from getting arrested at this point. Or
Marcus,
shot.
We need JBL tested immediately because he apparently sees something in Big Josh Briggs.
Hold on. Before we go into him seeing things in Briggs, which I questioned as well. I questioned that as well as soon as you said it. I went, Briggs? Man, this is every punch he's ever threw. You mean Josh
I'm sure he met Baron Corbin. What's he talking about Briggs?
I bet you they told him you got to pick Briggs, describe somebody you really like. But the money jar, Manny, I was distracted by his entire background. What was in that money jar? It was a full thing of money of ones and fives. He had his own title. It was just I was so distracted by his background, I wasn't listening to the man.
Do you know what I miss? I wish he had his ring jacket when he was sponsored by Mama Joanna or whatever it was called.
Yes. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, he was the first one to sell out properly. He had a full-on sponsor and everything. He was selling it on SmackDown.
Yeah, Mama Joanna. I forget what it was.
It was an energy drink. It was like that. You know, those 5-hour energy drinks.
Yeah. Oh. But he picked Briggs. And you know what, Manny? I shitted on him at first, but you know what? Briggs showed me something. It may just be mellow, but Briggs showed me a lot in this match. Where I was like, you know what? Maybe there is something.
He showed you a lot, but I feel like he was trying to go for a so the match kind of picked up at the end because like after commercial break it picked up because going into commercial break this match sucked. I
saw nothing in Briggs. I saw nothing.
I was like, Mello, really? You can't get anything out of Briggs? I don't think you're the guy I thought you were.
Put that on Mello.
So Lexus King comes out, distracts Mello, allowing Briggs to hit a terrible attempt at a clothesline from hell. And then hit a big man moonsault for the win. Fallon gets pissy when Tiffy congratulates him for going on to Deadline.
Yeah, why did she get pissy about this? I missed this segment. I missed this segment somehow. I saw it when I was going online. I was like, that happened? I didn't see this at all for some reason.
You're still beefing from Halloween.
Oh. Well, shit. She needs to get over that. It's Halloween.
Yeah.
We're Thanksgiving now. But you know what? Briggs is good. I got money on Briggs now, Manny. I got money on Briggs.
I haven't. Von Wagner brings brownies to dinner with Robert Stone's family. I like this segment, but I hated it at the same time. I don't know how to describe it.
Okay. Describe the segment, Manny. Describe the segment.
Briggs turns up. He brings brownies. And then
Briggs! Oh, shit, the drama.
Von Wagner turns up. And then Robert Stone and his wife are eating an adult meal while the rest are eating spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti with wieners in it. Or sausages.
Yeah, and then Von Wagner doesn't like vegetables. And then Von decides he's going to go to school with the kids and beat up another kid.
Yes. All right. So I didn't think about this until I went online. It never crossed my path because I was talking to Eric at the same time. He was watching the segment. He was going like, "Do you think that Robert Stone's kids or something like that?" Not like the way I'm the way he said it. I thought something else. He was thinking more of the lines of, "Did they just cast his real kids and wife in the segment?"
Mm.
And so I was like, I don't know. I didn't think much of it. And then I go online and saw something. Those are not Robert Stone's kids. They're Von Wagner's kids.
Really interesting.
Think of the drama, Manny. Think of the drama. The segment, if you think about it on paper, kind of pointless. Not a pointless. Feel good story. Whatever. But the kids, hair just like Von Wagner. Eat behavior just like Von Wagner. They like brownies. Von Wagner's going to defend those kids
Are
in
we
school.
really going this route? Because I don't want to go this route for this story.
Von Wagner's going to defend those kids in school and everything. It is happening, Manny. It is happening. We're going this route of Von Wagner is the father of those kids.
I'm not sure I want to go that route.
We're going with some drama. NXT. This is NXT, Manny. We haven't had a good old-fashioned custody battle in a long time. Maybe since Dominic Mysterio.
Michael does book like Vince.
Yeah. I believe that's where we're going with this now. I wasn't this isn't my original idea. I saw it online somewhere. And I went, holy shit, that could be that. That's legit.
Do you know what?
It may give me the camp up on
Wagner. I'll give you that. It'd be interesting television. So Wesley makes his way to the ring, says he needs one more shot at Dominic Mysterio and the North American title. Dom says it'll be his last shot if he wins a match against 3 former North American champions. Wes accepts, and the match is going to be against Gargano, Bronson Reed, and Cameron Grimes. I don't think Cameron Grimes needs to be in this match. He got nothing. He got nothing.
I was going to ask, who has less momentum, Gargano or Cameron Grimes?
Cameron Grimes. At least Gargano got a win on Raw.
But both of them have kind of fell to the wayside. Bronson Reed is on the trajectory up, kind of. You know, he gets segments and matches and stuff. I know he's beefing with Ivar, but there's only one person who's going to win this match.
Marcus, check your tone the way you just said he's beefing with Ivar. Ivar maybe one of the other MVP, undisclosed MVPs.
Yeah, I know. That was not a slight at Ivar. I'm saying that's the trajectory up.
Okay.
I'm talking about Bronson on his way up. These other guys are just kind of there. And all I see this match ending, Wesley Spence and Cameron Grimes. I don't see Gargano getting pinned in NXT. His return to NXT, Mr. NXT himself, whatever he calls himself. Bronson Reed, again, trajectory up. They see big things in him.
He's too big to take a pin. He can't take a pin.
Yeah, he ain't taking a pin. Wesley needs to win. This is his last chance anyway. We got to get to the Dominic Mysterio match. There's only one way to get Cameron Grimes getting pinned. I'm calling this right now.
Then we move into Blair Davenport versus Thea Hale. This match was also picked by JBL. I believe JBL has no fucking clue who both of these two women are.
Absolutely not. When he said Blair Davenport remind me of him, I looked at him and I went, he has no idea who Blair Davenport is.
You haven't been agile like Blair Davenport, JBL. You haven't been agile in your whole damn career.
Yeah, they do nothing similar. Other than, I guess, dirty tactics. Maybe we don't know this about Blair, but maybe she hung out the border fighting Mexicans as well. Who knows?
I don't know if British people are into that. But
I don't think she's into it. But if she is, that's what JBL could have saw into her.
The match was kind of just there.
Let me tell you something.
As we go on about the saga.
As you say the match is this there. I'll take a this there NXT women's match over anything AEW puts out with women.
That's true.
Just saying that for the record. Like there's so many, like I was watching this match going like there's so many different levels to this. Not like their skill level or anything, but I'm just like, just the way it's working and it's put together. It just seems like whenever I see women's wrestling, it just makes me mad looking at AEW's women's division. Going like, we have so passed this mediocrity they're at.
Charlie Dempsey takes on the returning DJ Tatanka, Eddie Thorpe. It was kind of just there too. Eddie Thorpe wins, but then gets jumped at the end of the match.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie just can't win, Eddie. That's what I'm learning. Eddie can't win. Eddie can't be happy. Eddie wins a match, he gets attacked. Eddie returns, he gets attacked. Trees are being destroyed. The man left for a month to fix his spirit, and just to come back to get attacked again.
He fixed the lineage. Ariana Grace asked the NXT crowd to shower with soap, which she says that's because that's the cure to envy. Okay.
I'm just saying we need to tell that to wrestling fans in general. To shower with soap. Whatever you're doing ain't working.
They attempted the Xia Li Lyra Valkyria match earlier on in the night, but Xia Li clearly wasn't happy about being one of the opening matches, so she
on her time.
Yeah, she knocked Lyra out.
Yeah,
straight out kicked her. Yeah,
all in the smoke. You couldn't really see what was going on. It reminded me of that scene in Secret of the Ooze, the Ninja Turtle movie, where Raphael, they had to get the bubs off the smoke in time. That's what Xia Li was doing, just whooping her ass in that time frame.
So we do get the match at the end as the main event. It was that's it. I'm not giving it anything else.
It wasn't as good as Xia Li Becky. But
yeah,
it was
Becky
right.
Lynch.
Right. Yeah. It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. I feel like it also kind of phoned it in for Thanksgiving, but it kind of still had some momentum.
I feel like there's seeds planted. There's stories. It's kind of a phone-in show, but I think that it was okay. Like, I still think they still try to filter in their storylines. Trick and Mello still has their drama and what's going on with little bits and stuff, where Mello was kind of ignoring Trick in the back.
Well, Mello didn't want even outside at ringside.
Yeah.
And trying to start jumping to conclusions about being at Deadline, and Trick was like, "No, you get there first."
Yeah, what did you think? What did you take on the Dragunov Baron Corbin package?
I liked it, but then I don't know why you need another deadbeat dad in this atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get deadbeat dad. I just get, this is a sad life, because they showed his little apartment. Like, man, this is what the champion gets. Why am I even champion? I may as well get a job. Looks like he lived in a one-room apartment. Bills were past due. You the champ, man. You gotta straighten this shit out. John, give the champ some money.
Yeah, I mean, I still liked it. I liked it, but like, do we crown Corbs the NXT champion?
I would do it. And Eric's just waiting here for no reason. He didn't ask to jump back in, but Eric, it's to course be your champion.
You know what, Marcus? I'll sit right here and I'll say I was just listening to you guys talk about things in this situation. No, I love me some Baron Corbin, but you just cannot ruin Ilya to the main roster right now. Baron Corbin is just a stepping stone.
Oh, y'all putting him in the main roster?
Huh? No, I'm just saying it's just the fact that you're just trying to you're trying to establish Ilya as a more credible champion. And if anybody should beat him, it probably should be Trick Williams for his ascension to the next champion. And I think Baron Corbin would be a good a notch to put on his belt, in my opinion. Like, it's a good win. Baron Corbin ain't shit. Whoever his production team was to get that footage of Ilya is hilarious, but I don't think he
Ilya let him into his home, Eric. Don't be close ups.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't think Baron Corbin, this is not the championship you give him. This was the North American title, maybe, but yeah, him as your main champion, I just don't know.
He burnt all his ships. Eric, he burnt all his ships. He needs something.
I know.
All right,
he got money. He got money again.
All right, in the plate of wrestling, back to Thanksgiving and this
I'm
random
going back to this, Marcus.
You goddamn right. Does Baron Corbin make your plate, Eric?
He's an honorable mention. He's like my kale slaw, Marcus. He's like the kale slaw.
Like you just walking through the family dinner, and you see a bunch of males going around. Are you gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna scoop some Baron Corbin on there.
It was like it was a failed attempt. I thought I tried, but at the end of the day, I did my best.
Manny, does Baron Corbin make your plate?
He's the mashed potatoes on my plate.
Oh.
Like they're there, they do their job, they fulfill their purpose. They're there.
Manny, can I tell you something? You're not American, but I appreciate that statement. I don't understand why when people talk about, man, I can't wait for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna get some mashed potatoes. I'm like, you don't eat mashed potatoes almost every day of the year. Ain't nothing special about mashed potatoes. They are mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes.
So if we were to rank how I like my potatoes cooked, mashed is probably third. I like a good roast potato.
You're right. You're right, because the baked potatoes ahead of it.
Roast potato, baked potato,
fried potatoes,
French fries.
Yeah,
I like a potato salad. Yeah, mashed potatoes ain't really high up on that list.
Mashed potatoes are just like, I guess. Damn. Now, if you put gravy on those mashed potatoes, that normally people go crazy, and mostly they care about the gravy. They care about the gravy, not the potato.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is it really that good if you need an accoutrement to make it better?
I can't believe you added an accoutrement.
Yeah, he did accoutrement.
Accoutrement. You gotta add a little accoutrement.
To be honest, I didn't know. I couldn't think of another word, so I was like,
man, the thing about it, you said it, and the chances of you say it again, like without messing up, it's like, that was that one time you had it.
But I'm going to give NXT the nod this week in the midweek war. Eric, what say you?
Well, I enjoyed NXT, but I didn't watch it as much. And I think AEW, Samoa Joe becoming making MJF his prison bitch. I mean, let me just point out. I want to point out, MJF was already somebody's bitches. He was Jay White's bitch because he lost the title. He never got his title back. Now he's jumping to be somebody else's bitch. Might be the most hilarious title reign. And for that reason, MJF gives me AEW the nod. That's why I'm going there.
All right. That's it.
You're not Manny.
Huh? We talked about it earlier.
Oh.
You were sitting there patiently waiting, just listening.
Yeah, Manny said it.
I was kind of multitasking too.
Eric, what's the score? I can see the game behind you.
It's the Packers and Lions. The Packers should still be up. They're blowing them out when I started this show, and I stopped watching to do this show.
It's 29-14. Packers.
Goddamn right it is.
Mark,
we're coming back. We're taking the North.
Mark,
we're taking the North.
Touchdowns, man.
We're taking the North.
That's only 2 touchdowns.
When the Jets get destroyed by the Dolphins tomorrow.
Who plays on Friday? Who plays football on Friday?
Dolphins, apparently. I don't know
That's not fair.
Why have they put a game on Black Friday?
Yeah, the Black Friday game of the week. The NFL is going too far with that one. As we pass the midway point of the season, I'm still shocked. And at the start of the season, I would have never picked the Eric's team. The Steelers will have the best record.
Hey, guess what? And we gonna make moves now because we done fired our offensive coordinator finally. Matt Canada had to get the outs.
He had to. He's trash.
I mean,
can I just point out, I am surprised the Jets have got this many wins. To be honest,
no. At the start of the season, man, you thought they would have more wins because of Rodgers.
At the start of the season, I thought when you add the Aaron Rodgers effect, you could probably get maybe 7 to 8 wins.
Yeah.
When he went down, I was like, this is it. Like, we had that one game where we beat the Bills on the opening game on Monday night. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, we'll lose the rest of the games of the season. I was like, I have zero faith in Zach Wilson and that offensive line. Like, it's not just all him. It's the offensive line. You can't establish the run game. You can't establish any type of offense because of that offensive line.
Well, it is the main reason why Rodgers went down. It's the offensive line.
Yeah. So for me, I'm surprised we have as many wins as we do. And if I was Aaron Rodgers, I'd try and retire and get out of playing next year.
Man, he's trying to play this year.
I think after he saw that record, I don't think he should play.
I think he's
What's
trying to
the
come
point?
back.
Yeah, he's trying to come back. What's the point?
Because he's Aaron Rodgers, he wants to prove that they say, "Oh, I can't." He wants to be able to say, "I came back from an ACL injury in the same year." He wants to be that guy. Like Kobe was able to be the guy to say, "I shot 1 free throw or 2 free throws with a torn Achilles.
Man, Achilles.
Yeah, I keep saying ACL, but his torn Achilles. Rodgers want to be the guy to say, "I came back from a torn Achilles in the same year," and no one's ever did that. Ego's involved.
Yeah, how's he going to protect himself? That offensive line ain't going to protect him.
Yeah, he don't care about that.
Yeah, he does. I would.
Care. He don't care
that
about his
offensive
health.
line will put him back on the shelf.
Yeah, he'll retire once that's over, Manny. Once he gets, I came back. I came back. All right, I retired.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm generally surprised about the amount of wins they have.
I mean, it's not really. I'm not. I mean, it's football.
You're not.
Football's a very tricky sport. You just never know what's gonna happen. Like, you know, people kind of thought that the Patriots were going to be decent again, and that did not happen. I mean, Miami.
Well, Mac's not the guy. That's the thing. Mac is not the guy.
Miami's, you know, dominance is kind of shocking. I did not expect that to happen. But you know, Manny, the Jets had a good chance. If Aaron would have stayed healthy, it's possible that they could have won that division.
No, if they made moves, if they actually made moves and not have relied on Zach Wilson, they may have got more wins. They may have got 2 or 3 more wins. A lot of time, it is his fault.
Yeah, like a lot of times the Packers loses. Jordan Love's fault for just.
I will say that I'm shocked with the Rams and how bad that they are, but I'm not shocked with the Chargers because I will talk about my team because the coach is bad. He's a bad coach. They should have never fired Anthony Lynn.
That was a mistake. Not doing that bad.
No, they keep blowing games that they should win. Like, it's ridiculous. They lost last week, I believe.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me tell you. Ain't nothing like seeing a disciple of Belichick get fired and then you see a team start to flourish. I'm shocked talking about the Raiders, man. That shit is hilarious. They lost last week, though, but I watched.
The Raiders are any good. There's only a few good teams. The elite teams are the Ravens, the Eagles, the Chiefs. I guess the Dolphins. Although I still don't believe in them. And then, as you want to say, them Cowboys.
I want to keep saying the Bills, but they're so hit and miss sometimes.
Yeah, the Bills are hit and miss. I don't trust the Bills.
I think the Stephon Diggs situation is a lot more pressing than what people know. Like, that's.
What did you dangerous. Make of Tom Brady calling the NFL pretty much like embarrassing and soft?
I agree with him.
Manny, hold on.
Stephen A. Sure.
Hold on. This is what I'm going to call Tom Brady. Everyone else at this point. Everyone from the previous generation of football comes out and say, you know, this generation coming up is soft. Same thing in basketball. Same thing in hip hop. Anything else in wrestling. The old men that come out, the 50-year-old men always come out, oh, they soft. They saw when Tom Brady had every rule and a mama rule to helping him play his soft ass style till he's 47.
Yeah, but I think that a person who grew up playing football, he understood that he changed the game because a lot of the rules weren't implemented to protect him. But at the same time, like a lot of the rules that they have implemented, like how is a defensive player supposed to be a defensive player? Like when you get called for roughing the passer, I'm going at this quarterback. How am I supposed to stop also because I think he just threw the ball away? Like, I just think it's ridiculous. Like you're like punishing me for playing too hard. Like when somebody scrambles outside
I would
the
say
pocket,
trying, not playing hard. Trying. Because that's all they're doing. Is they just go for a sack and you barely run into a guy and it's like, what? I couldn't stop and his guy's blocking me and pushing me. What can I do?
Yeah. But gentlemen, should we end it here?
Yes.
Before we go another 40 minutes because we totally could.
I could.
Join us this Saturday. There'll be no Saturday show. Join us for the Survivor Series War Games live stream.
Justin's back.
That shit look dangerous right there, dog. That's right. Oh shit.
Justin is back.
So yeah, join us for that. We'll be back. I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
Marcus the grand finale.
and we were joined by
Eric, the meanest part of the ring, only in South America.
We Out. Peace. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.